So I was getting my hair done right. And then I say, leave about 4 inches at the top. And she's like, okay, I'll do it. And mind you, I'm at Sports Clips. So this is already a bad situation. And I leave that place with literally like 1 inch of hair. And guys, I was really upset. I'm gonna tell you guys about the time that I went to Sports Clips, and it was literally right before I started my dreadlocks, and I was just so upset because this lady literally cut off. She just pretty much. All right, let's just start from the beginning. All right, I'm working at PacSun at the time. All right, and for some reason, me and my friend Brandy were like, "Hey, let's bleach our hair. Let's bleach our entire hair." And mind you, I had maybe. Well, let me just explain it this way. I had this really huge afro, and he had this like buzz cut, and he had to bleach his hair out of buzz cut, and I had to bleach my hair out of an afro. I have no clue why we did it. I think I was 18 at the time, maybe 19, 18 or 19, somewhere in there. And I'm working at PacSun with my brother. We had just got the job there, and I bleached my hair right after we got there. I don't know. I don't even know why I bleached my hair, honestly, because I just got this job. For some reason, when I went to go in, after I bleached my hair, I thought they were going to fire me because I bleached my hair. So I wore a beanie. And then after that work day, and now that I'm remembering, like it was actually my first day of work. I don't know. I just had this whole thought in my head that I was going to get in trouble for showing up with looking different than what I looked like on the interview. I don't know. That was just weird. I was going through this weird phase. Anyway, I left work. Chandler was still at work, which is my brother. And it was our first day, like I said, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get my hair cut because I don't feel comfortable with this. And then I looked up a barbershop, or what I thought was a barbershop. It really wasn't. It was a place called Sports Clips. Everyone already knows this. And I don't want to bash Sports Clips. It's just this lady did not know what she was doing. And then I walk in, I sit down, and it looks like I'm sitting courtside because they make it look like that. They make it look like you're at like a stadium for some reason. It's Sports Clips. And then she calls me up to her chair, and I'm like, all right, I want a high top fade. And she says, what's a high top fade? Oof. And I'm like, I want it short on the sides and the back, and I want it long on top. Give me 4 inches on top. And she says, like an undercut? I'm like, I don't know what an undercut is. Just give me a high top fade. All right, I just want a high top fade. And she's like, she calls one of her friends over who's also cutting hair. And then I'm like, explain to her now. I'm like, all right, I want a high top fade. I want it short on the sides, and I want it long on the top. Give me 4 inches on the top. And then she's like, so you want it short on the side and long on the top? And then she's like, I don't think we can do that here. Like literally, they're so confused. Like they're having a conversation between each other. And at this point, they're bringing over a third person. And keep in mind, these other, 3 people or 2 people that are cutting hair are cutting other people's hair as well. So it's like they're literally having a powwow in the middle of Sports Clips trying to figure out how to do a high top fade. And I'm sitting here like, is it really going to be this hard every time I go to the barber? Because you got to keep in mind, this is like my first time ever going to the barber myself, not being a kid because I used to grow my hair out all the time. So this is my first time ever cutting my hair myself, or I would say going to a barber the first time going to a barber myself. And they're having this powwow. They're trying to figure out what to do. And I just keep hearing the word undercut. I'm like, it's not an undercut. Like, what's an undercut? I don't know what an undercut is. And I still don't even know what an undercut is to this day. But actually, I think I do. I think it's like for straight hair, though. And then I'm like, yeah, I want a fade on the sides, and I want 4 inches on top. And I'm like, I'm going to pick it out. It's going to be like a high top. Like, you ever seen Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or that kind of thing? And then she's like, oh, your hair can't do that. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, yes, my hair can do that. I've done it before. Like, just do it. And then she's still so confused. And at this point, I'm confused. I'm like, can my hair do it? Like, can it not? But I understand where she's coming from, because when I came into the store, I had my hair pulled back, and everyone knows who has, curls. If you pull your hair up in a ponytail and then you take it out, it appears straight and it appears frizzy. So she thinks my hair is straight, and I'm like, when I wash my hair, it's going to shrink down. But anyway, I keep telling her leave 4 inches at the top. And what she did, instead of doing 4 inches at the top, she did a 4 guard at the top. And everyone knows that if you don't know, I'm going to explain it to you. A 4 guard literally is like maybe 1.5 inches of hair. And she keeps taking more off the top, and she keeps telling me like, "Oh, it looks good. You're looking good. You look grown up." And she's trying to like hype up the cut the entire time. She's calling over her friends, and she just keeps saying like, "Yeah, it looks good." And then I'm sure she's like looking at her friends like, "Tell them it's good. Like, tell them it looks good." I had no choice at that time. Like the haircut's already finished. It's one of those barbers that, cuts your hair while you're not looking at the mirror the entire time, and it's just a surprise at the very end. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I have to live with this now. And of course, I literally wore a beanie for, I don't know, until I started my locks, which was, I don't even know what year that was. I think it was back in 2017, something like that. But all that to say, make sure you choose your barber wisely. This is personally why I don't really like going to the barbershop, mostly because I don't like sitting there. And literally it takes like 2 hours. It's a 2-hour process of going to the barbershop, sitting down, and getting your hair cut, and then paying, and then leaving, get back home. Like that's just too long. Sometimes it could take like a 3-hour process just to do all that. I got time for it, but I don't want to do that. Candace taking a bathroom break. I'm going to really get down to the nitty gritty. But I really do not like going to barbershops because of the reason of just it taking so long. I mean, that you don't know what the people are going to be talking about the entire time. And I'm just not interested. And that's why I really do like having a full set of dreads and only having just a little bit of a taper fade and a nice lineup. Obviously it's not proper right now, but I'm gonna be doing a nice lineup and a nice fade, and I'll actually include that in today's video. So stay tuned to see all that. And it's just gonna look really clean. I'm really excited for this whole transformation. I have the full transformation video from start to finish of this hair retwist, because it's been, I believe, over a month since my last retwist, and my hair's just been frizzy, and it's just gonna look extremely clean. I have that full video out. Link is down below, and I did a little series to where I'm doing a retwist, and I did multiple videos during this entire process, so make sure to check out the entire series. All right guys, I'm feeling so fresh and so clean, okay? Look at the fade. I tried something new. It was actually kind of tough for me to cut my hair today for some reason. It just felt a little off because I was just trying to do a different type of taper fade versus like, typically I'll do like a little tiny burst taper fade, and then obviously I'll do like the full lineup, but this time that part that I do the lineup right here, like the little circle part or the round part, it's all just faded. So it's something new. I don't think I've ever done this on myself with dreadlocks, I don't think, but I think it looks pretty sharp. Lineup is crispy. The trick to a sharp lineup, I think, is to have short hair up on the front. So I cut that down to about I cut it down to a 2 closed. I'll show you guys what my hair looks like down. I've been wearing it up, but I've been trying to keep it in so that, or trying to keep it pulled back and up and things like that, so that all the twists will stay in for the time being. They've stayed in pretty well. And my hair is at the point now to where when I pull it up, it doesn't stay in its position just because it's heavy, and they're more mature. So it's nice to have that, because typically when I pull my hair up, it would like take, me washing my hair for it to lay back down normally. But hair's looking solid, y'all. Look at that. Sheesh. Look at this. Okay, that's clean right there. Clean little fade, nice little lineup. It was really quick. I did it maybe like 30 minutes. Well, and then the retwist obviously took like a couple hours because my hair is long and I have a lot of dreadlocks. Man, we're on the journey, man. We're almost to full maturity, which is extremely nice. And my hair just keeps getting longer and longer. People always say, man, your hair grows so fast. And I'm telling you, just take care of your hair by not putting a whole lot of products in. There's a lot of things you can do. Like, don't put a whole lot of products in, okay? Like, you can use the right tools, but eliminate putting like additional products in that you don't necessarily need. And that's what I do. Like, I don't put any oils in my hair. I don't put conditioner in my hair. And right now I'm just pulling my hair up. It's still kind of a mission. It's way different than pulling up your hair if you don't have a full head of dreads. But man, look at that. Sheesh. Dang, bro. Dang. Look. Don't mind my little glasses marks. I have my glasses off because if I put them on, boom, you're gonna see this ring light. Oh, it's actually not that bad. Man, I don't know. There's really nothing else to say. If you want products like the crochet hook or the interlock tool or even locking gel to make your dreadlocks, click the link down below to go to greatlocks.com to pick out the products that you need for your dreadlocks.